My organization was started in 2008 from an educational experience that I had being what they call a non-traditional student. And you guys are also considered non-traditional student as you continue on with your journey on bettering your lives. I'm sure you're already kind of considering a career and going back to school. By show of hands, anybody? Awesome. Well, in that decision, there's some things that you should be aware of. And again, I'm going to share my personal story in that journey that it brought me through. I went back to school in 2008 at the age of 37. I had always wanted to be an attorney, and I was a single mom prior to my marriage to my husband. And I always said that I was going to go back once we got her situated, or I got her situated. That happened 2008, she's in college. I went back to school. I chose a school based off a commercial, and I'm sure you see 100 commercials a day about going back to school. There's articles in papers every day about going back to school. This was a recent article in the Career Journal, Educational Summit. You know, they're really pushing people to go to school. It's actually coming down from the Obama administration. They want every state to increase their degree. Now, with that being said, there are some schools out here that's taking advantage of that. Again, I started in 2008 in a legal assistant program. The school was Brown Mackie College. I sat down, I spoke to the representative, I explained that once I completed my 4 years, I wanted to apply to law school. They told me, you will be fine. Everything, complete your undergrad studies, do a good job, get a 3.5, you'll be fine. Well, one of the things that I want to talk to you ladies about today is the importance of going out doing your own research and how to network with the community of whatever field that you want to be in. I had completed 19 months of the program, and I started going downtown trying to meet different attorneys, some of the judges downtown, and also at the school that I wanted to attend, which is U of L and maybe UK. I was devastated when I was informed, one, by the professional community, that my degree probably would not get me the job that I was expecting to get. Two, double devastated when both law schools told me that if I had completed the 4 years at that school, I would not have been able to get in or apply because the degree is not recognized as an accredited degree, what they call an ABA approved degree, to get me into law school. Now, as you watch these commercials and you look at these advertisements, they're not telling you the small writing at the bottom, which is your credits don't transfer to a lot of the major institutions. If you decide that you don't want to live here in Louisville, Kentucky, and you want to move somewhere else and start a career, a lot of times your degree is not recognized in other states. You're paying a lot of money at these schools. Now, I'm not here to badmouth the schools and saying you can't make it work for you, but I'm here to provide you education and hopefully give you some type of direction on doing your own research. You are responsible for yourself when you're going down that road, because they are a business. They're just trying to get you in the door, and I'm sure they come here and they talk, and we're going to make your life better, and we're going to do this. If you get this piece of paper, your life is just going to turn around. Well, I could probably fill this room up with people who have graduated and they're struggling. And now they're struggling with twice the amount of debt that they had prior to enrolling in the school. So it's just not about enrolling in a school, it's about having a plan. And one of the things that I always suggest, and it worked for me, once you decide what career that you want to be in, go out into your community, put you on something nice, because you're already going to be respected as a professional when you decide to make the decision to do something better for yourself. Put you on something nice. If you decide you want to be in the legal field, before signing up for school, go down to the courthouse. It is a lot of people down there that is willing to talk to you, tell you what they've done. They can give you some type of direction. Judges are not off limit. You walk into a courtroom, you tell a sheriff that you want to speak to a judge, you're interested in getting into the legal field, they are more than happy to speak to you and try to give you direction, suggestions, They will introduce you to people, say, hey, this is such and such. She's wanting to go to school. Start giving you names. That is one of the first things you want to do. Once you do that and decide what school you want to go to, ask around. When you sat down with the representative, because that's what that is, a representative of that school, ask them for names of people who have graduated the program that you're interested in. Don't ask, they'll give you one or two. They should be able to give you at least 10. If their program is so good and so forth, I need at least 10 names where I can call, go to that place of employment, and ask them questions about the program. If they can't provide you with that information, I suggest you walk and continue to look. Another thing you want to be aware of is tuition comparison. Again, these are businesses. Brown Mackey, Daymar, ITT, they're owned, and y'all can Google this and go to YouTube, they're owned by individuals who came together, business people, profit. I want to go Miami, such and such. I want to sit on a beach, and what business can I get into that's just going to continuously bring in money? These are what these schools do. They, again, business people, so go into that knowing that, and don't be a victim of their practices. Do your homework, do your education. Google everything. Google is your best friend right now. I Google everything, and it at least give you a direction on something. If you're interested in a school, Google complaints on the school. Check every board. PIS Consumer is one. PISconsumer.com is a good avenue. Just Google, well, like I said, Brown Mackey complaints, and it'll pull up, or Daymar complaints, or ITT complaints. And then it gives you a list. Read through everybody's experience. Don't ever think that it cannot happen to you, because again, it happened to me. And with my experience, I was able to go down to Frankfurt and speak before the committee. I've been informally invited to come to Washington and share my stories. I was one of the first ones that contacted Jack Conway to make him aware of the problem that was going on. You guys are eligible for a lot of money under the Pell Grant government and other types of scholarships and grants. These schools are aware of that, so they target you hard.